Who you got in Nickal versus RDR?
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I have not watched enough of RDR's fights. I know he's like a 2 division champ, though, wasn't he?
He's like a 2 division champ in 1FC, and when he came to UFC, he actually they put him against Gerald Mearshart, who was like a
He's the
top
guy
15 guy.
He's the guy who Hamzat wasted, wasn't he?
Hamza just wasted, destroyed
Hamzat
that guy.
cooked that dude. Like honestly, I don't think. Yeah, fair enough. He might be a crafty vet or whatever anyone wants to call him, but like, I don't know. I can't give him much props after Hamzat just fucking span his jaw like he did. Fucking
Yeah,
turned the dude
it was
off.
bad. It was just
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I also don't really. I'm gonna just get like a little clip of him up now. Oh yeah.
RDR.
Yeah. I don't know. In fact, I'll have a look at him versus Gerald Mearshart, or whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, it's like I don't know. I can't really say much about him based off of that. Because yeah,
He
like
didn't.
obviously he's not a top guy, is he? But then again, like I do think Bo Nickal is a bit overrated. I think he's got a good base. Don't get me wrong, with the rest and everything. But he wasn't. I don't know. I think he got a bit exposed in his last fight. Here we go. Let's watch this. 6'4". He's a big guy.
He's a big dude, man. It's massive.
Gerald, the fucking Gerald. This dude's definitely been on the gear. He looks more jacked than the last time I saw him.
Yeah, Gerald is probably taking something.
Yeah.
Well, thing is,
He's probably
Gerald got
something.
so unlucky in the fight against Hamza because he's like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu specialist, and Hamza just came at him and just like threw a cross at
I
him.
mean,
I
it
don't
wouldn't
think.
have done anything, would it? Really? Let's be honest. Like you've seen
He,
Hamzat's grappling.
he's
He
been
could be
submitting black belt,
yeah.
so it's not a big deal. Yeah, for him.
Okay,
But
I'm just watching. Okay, gets the takedown.
yeah, I think RDR is kind of improving. Like in that fight, I think you're gonna find a lot of mistakes, a lot of holes in RDR game as well because the striking looked
Mm.
really sloppy to me.
Yeah,
Like
but
his,
if he can keep Bo at range, Bo's gonna shoot for the takedown, isn't he? His
I don't know.
striking more sloppier.
Do you know why I think you think Boy is gonna shoot the takedown in this fight, unlike the last fight?
Yeah. Well, it's like a pretty obvious benefit. I mean, I get there's like a thing of people who come from like one, combat sport, and then they want to be like, oh, I'm not just one dimensional. I can do this as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when you're against a striker, like just like take what you have and okay, that was a pretty good little finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, take what take Oh, he didn't finish him. Okay, I thought you finished him in the first.
Oh no, he didn't finish him. He didn't finish him. So that
Oh.
fight went to 3 rounds actually. He won a decision. The last fight, oh no, he actually I think he's gonna finish him late probably. But he finished Kevin Holland in the first round.
I finished him with a head and arm choke.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he did. Yeah. Okay. I mean, fair play. Like, Rainer the Riddler. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. I don't know. I'm gonna have to have a little think about that one. What do you think about it?
Okay, me personally, I got RDR, and the reason is I think because Bo got a lot of criticism in the last fight. Like people were saying you're like an NCAA champ, but you didn't shoot for the takedowns against Paul Craig. I think that's probably gonna get to him. He's gonna shoot for the takedowns in this fight. And
Mm.
also RDR is quite young, right? Paul Craig is not a fast guy. He can't take a lot of punishment. RDR kind of like his striking is pretty sloppy, but he can take
Mm.
shots and he presses you. So he's gonna like force Bo to shoot for the takedowns. Bo shoots for the takedowns. And then I think eventually he's gonna make a mistake and RDR is gonna catch him with like a submission.
Snark. Oh, you think he's gonna get a submission on him?
I believe
Okay.
he's gonna get a submission. I think he's pretty good with his submissions. Like even if you watch the fights in like one FC, the one where he's won the championship 2 years ago,
Yeah.
he got him like it was sort of like an inverted triangle. So he's pretty sneaky with the submissions.
He got Kevin Holland as well in a submission.
That was
Just
a good one,
wanna
yeah.
I want to see who did he lose to?
And
That's the
he's a
question.
better.
He said
I don't
there's
know who he
a
got.
more experience as well. There we go. Let's go on Apology.
And he's got much better wrestling than Paul Craig. Like he can shoot himself. He does shoot for the takedowns.
Yeah, no, I saw him land one on Mershat, or however the hell you pronounce his name. Let's have a
Gerald
look at this.
Marshall.
Mershat. Let's have a look at his fights. Okay, so he's lost. He's got 14 submission wins. Okay, I'll eat my words.
Oh, that is crazy.
Yeah. Okay. All right, there we go. This makes sense. So the guy he lost to was that guy who lost to what's his name, Rug or whatever, for the heavyweight belt in One FC. The guy who's a three division champ in One
Oh, is that the
FC.
Russian guy?
Anatoly Malikin, yeah.
Oh yeah, that one.
He's a weird dude as well. Like in the same,
Yeah,
like I feel like he's like their DC almost, like short, powerful.
yeah. Even that dude, yeah, short, powerful.
He's an interesting one. It'd be cool to see him in the UFC. I don't know how good he would be. Umar Kane,
I think they would sell a lot of fights if he actually comes.
that's guy. Yeah, it'd be an interesting one, that's for sure. It's funny, the guy who he fought is only 6 foot as well. They got some small heavyweights in One FC. How did he beat
Wait,
him? Oh, he beat, beat him by
The Ritter
TKO.
actually fought at heavyweight.
No, it'd probably be middleweight because he was a
So it's
three
probably
division
middleweight.
champ, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's fighting
He's
middleweight.
beat Ray the Riddler twice.
Okay, just a bad matchup for him, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Right hook and hammer fists. Retirement. What the
What
hell
was
does
it?
that mean? How do you finish someone by retirement? Do they just quit?
I have no idea to be honest. Like, and maybe
What
like an eye
the
poke or something.
KO, TKO, retirement? Is that a finish? Is that a move? Can you hit someone with the
That's like
retirement?
probably I don't know, like giving up. Like, okay, I'm retiring. Sorry.
Yeah, damn, they've got the same reach. That dude's a flipping monster, I'm tell you. Yeah, so Rhino the Riddler's two losses have come to Anatoly Malikin.
And
That's
when was that?
interesting. That was 2022 and 2024.
Okay, so not that long ago.
No, 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 not at all. That's interesting.
And was that like a stand-up thing? How did he lose?
Um, well, I'm gonna guess the hammer fists were
Hammer
on the
fist for the
floor,
ground and
but it
pound.
was right hook. So he hit with the right hook and then hammer fist, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to see what this fight was because I do not understand what retirement means. TK
Honestly, even
retirement.
I have no idea to be honest.
I've got to find that out. Okay, number two. Full fight. Let's get this on the go. Let's find out. This dude is aggressive. Okay. I'm just gonna go straight to the end. Okay. Light heavyweight. This was at.
Light heavyweight, so one weight class higher.
Yeah. Oh. 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 He's hitting him with those retirements. Come on. Come on, finish him, Anatoly. See, yeah, I mean, I'm not really a big believer in, oh my days. Yeah, it's just literally just switching him off. Hammer fists. Oh, they just say hammer fists. It was hammer fists.
It was just hammer fist at the end.
He
So
just he just
essentially, it's
stunned
just a
him,
TKO.
and then yeah, he stunned him, and then he just finished him with some hammer fists. Um,
Okay.
okay, well, that guy's obviously an absolute monster. I don't know what Bo Nickal's striking's like. I'm not really a firm believer that he's, when everyone was saying like, oh, it's gonna be Bo versus Hamzat and all that bullshit. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I'm not even big on the Shavkat train. I think Shavkat's like he's good, but I don't think he's amazing. I never really thought he was amazing. I was always kind of surprised that he managed to get the finish in all the fights that he had.
Yeah.
Um, the Ian Gary fight felt a lot more like kind of my view.
Especially after that fight, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
like he's like obviously a workhorse. He's kind of constantly putting work in. He can do it with everything, but like he's nothing special. Like you see these,
It's nothing special.
yeah,
Yeah, he's not like a crazy wrestler. He doesn't have crazy striking. Everything is kind of like pretty basic.
yeah, he just manages to somehow get shit
Manages to
done.
win.
It's like fucking, Duplessis.
It's
It's
like
like
Duplessis, but Duplessis is kind of
he's
like
just he just fucking. I've seen all the comments of like Duplessis by falling grand piano and like just some like kind of bullshit finish, but
yeah,
he's also got ridiculous power, or at least it seems like he's got ridiculous power, and he's got that unpredictable style. I think, yeah, I don't know, but Bo Nickel is just like a good wrestler who I think's probably got like okay power in his hands, but I've not really seen anything more than that.
yeah.
Um, and even the submission game, I think, is a bit like one dimensional in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I don't know how much footage we have of Bo and Nickal actually grappling against like a high level grappler. Probably against
Yeah.
Gordon Ryan, but that was mostly like a stand up match. So
So go on.
we,
So you're thinking RDR for this one?
I'm thinking RDR for this one. I think, yeah, that's the scenario I'm playing in my mind. Bo Nickal actually takes him down a few times. So maybe first time in the first round and second round. And then when he takes him down in the third round, and then that's going to be, this time it's going to be hard, and RDR will probably get him at the end.
Jerky's gonna Dustin Poirier jump the gilly.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to jump
I
the
mean,
gilly.
that's the one you want to get on wrestlers, really, isn't it? Get a little guillotine on him.
You can get a guillotine, yeah. That's the one you actually want to get on the wrestlers. But I could also see like Bonico trying to do the ground and pound and actually staying in the guard, and that's when you can go for the triangle sometimes.
Yeah, well, he's a tall dude, isn't he? What's Bo Nickel like
It's
6'1" and RDR's 6'4"?
RDR is
So
RDR is
you got
very
to watch
tall.
out for those long legs when it
Yeah, yeah,
comes to being on the ground. Yeah, he did look a little bit like hollow though at the weigh-ins. Is also something you got to consider. Yeah, how hydrated is he and that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
I could see this being Bo Nickel's first loss as well. Because who was the last guy he fought? The guy who was just power bombing everyone.
You talking about Paul Craig or
No,
uh?
no, I wasn't. I was thinking about the guy before that actually. At UFC 300. But yeah, you're right. I didn't even watch the Paul Craig fight, to be honest. Um, I heard it wasn't very good there.
Paul Craig fight, man, it was just nothing happened. It was just like two guys standing up, not even throwing strikes. The boy's faster than Paul Craig, so he was staying outside. And
Mm,
Paul Craig, he just like he doesn't shoot for the takedowns. He's waiting for the other person to take him down or to like pull up the guard. That's
super
not gonna work.
exciting stuff. Yeah.
But like nothing happened, to be honest. Just yeah, I think Bo is kind of stuck in the past. He still believes like he's the best MMA wrestler because he had like a strong NCAA career.
Mm,
He's still like, if you listen to his podcast, right? Sometimes he be like, "Oh, those
yeah, I've
Hamza
seen a
Shemaev."
couple clips.
He's like, "I'm just better. I'm just on a higher level than those guys because
Yeah, was
NCAA guys are, yeah, they're the
he saying
best."
something about him being the best in the world for his weight or something, or like only being a couple of people better than him for his like category, his weight category?
So like in NCAA, he is like a two-time or three. I think he might be like a three-time NCAA champion. So in
Yeah.
America, he was the best wrestler, period, of his weight class.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I think, but
In the
he's stuck
world
over
though,
there.
in the world though,
Now
as
I don't
well.
think so because he never actually went to the Olympics. I don't think he went to the Olympics.
No, he didn't.
He didn't. So
Oh, stretch my flipping legs out, dude. Well, oh, yeah, it's an interesting one. Do you know what? I'm just going to be devil's advocate and I'm going to go with Bo Nickel by
you're actually
Grand
gonna go.
Piano. Yeah, in the second round.
What are you going for?
I always pick the second round.
For the second.
um, by Grand Piano, I think it's somehow gonna get it done. I've got no clue how. Fuck it, stand up.
Or you think he's just gonna stand up like do
Bo
like a
Nico by Bo
flying
Nico,
spinning wheel
but
kick,
Bo Nickel by elbows in the clinch.
elbows in the. No, I mean we don't
You owe
know.
me
We don't.
£100 if that happens.
If that actually happens, I'll actually pay you hundred
Or
pounds to be honest.
just
Because
take me out for a mango latte and some good Pakistani food.
I would
I'll be happy
definitely,
with
man.
that.
I just don't see that happen. That would be
No,
the last
neither
thing.
do I. But like, fuck it. Who knows? Weirder stuff's
Yeah.
happened. You